the location. Normally, you'll see the California Angels here. But today, it's Monster Truck Challenge. And our national tour takes us to California, where we give you the 6 best monster trucks in the world. They're all here. Barefoot, Taurus, Carolina Crusher, the Equalizer, Bigfoot, and Gravedigger. And they're set to go side by side. This is Monster Truck Challenge on ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Welcome to Anaheim, California, very close to Los Angeles, for this latest edition of Monster Truck Challenge. The top 6 monster trucks in the world have converged on this beautiful city to determine who will leave with the winner's trophy. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ken Broo, and here in Anaheim, the story so far is the Bigfoot Ford. Andy Brass at the wheel had a qualifying time today of 4 seconds flat. In some cases, that was 2 to 3 seconds quicker than anybody else in the field. That's important for the Bigfoot Ford because it's been a slow 92 for Andy and his crew. So maybe having lane choice will help him here. All right, here's how they line up now for round number 1. And the Bigfoot Ford will need all the luck he can get. He's got to go up against Gravedigger in the first round. The 1991 World Champ Taurus goes up against the hot young driver David Morris in his Equalizer. Those of you who've been with us regularly here on Monster Truck Challenge know that David has consistently been in the winner's circle. The veterans Carolina Crusher and Barefoot round out the field in what should prove to be an exciting first round. That sets the table. Who's better to bring us the food than our maitre d' for the evening, Joe Lowe. Joe?
You can feel the ground rumble as these 2 monsters line up side by side in round number 1. Lyle Hancock piloting Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, going against Andy Brass and Bigfoot. Andy Brass was our fastest qualifier here in Anaheim.
Number 1 qualifier. Is it going to be tough to hold on to that position?
Yeah, it is. I think a lot of guys, we run the track right off. You know, nobody knew what the track was going to do. We tried to watch the ramps. It looked like they was going to throw everybody up in the air. So I just kind of figured that, you know, we had to run hard in qualifying to get a good time. We got a lot of good trucks out here. And I think after we run, a few of the guys might have just slowed down a little bit and going to play it easy in qualifying and run hard in racing.
But he runs hard all the time. Andy Brass out of West Alta, Missouri, piloting Bob and Marilyn Chandler's Bigfoot. Bigfoot and Gravedigger side by side. They power up, get set to go, and there they are, off and away. Look at this, a great hole shot for Gravedigger. Whoa, look out! Lyle trying his best to keep it on all 4 wheels. A wild ride and a win for the Gravedigger. And the crowd on their feet. I've got to see this again. Over the first set of cars, comes over a little out of shape, tries to straighten it out before he hits the next set. And then it's anybody's guess as to what Lyle Hancock is doing, short of keeping it on the track, or at least in the arena. But wait a minute. U.S. Hot Rod Association officials say that Gravedigger jumped the light. He jumped the light. He does not win. Your winner is Bigfoot. This incredible ride of Lyle Hancock and the Gravedigger means absolutely, positively nothing. He jumped the light. He's out of there, disqualified, and the win goes to Andy Brass and Bigfoot. Here comes the Equalizer and Taurus. David Morris and the Equalizer out of Springfield, Tennessee. This guy has done extremely well on the Monster Truck Challenge Tour so far in 1992. But he's going up against the world champion, Jackie Willman and Taurus.
Number 2 qualifier tonight in that first round of competition, but a little problem at the end. Tell us about it, Jack.
Well, I got carpet in the truck, and it's come unglued, and my foot got tangled up in it, and I just couldn't find the brake pedal.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looked pretty scary there at the end. Any damage at all to the truck?
No, it's just some minor body damage. I was real lucky on that.
Dan Danner talking with Jackie Wellman about that qualifying run where he got a little squirrely on us. So it's Equalizer and Taurus side by side here in Anaheim, waiting for the thumbs up and the green light, and away they go. Jackie Wellman with a great hole shot, and look at this. David Morris comes from behind for the win. The incredible Equalizer, the slowest qualifier here in Anaheim, defeats Taurus. And Taurus had a lead. He had the hole shot. David Morris is just driving his heart out on this one. And he catches him in the air over the second set of cars. He takes out the finish line pole. On the starting line, Taurus with a good hole shot. Almost an entire truck length lead. He comes over the cars, bobbles. This is David Morris's chance. He turns it on and gets the win here. We talked about that trouble that Jack had in the qualifying run. Maybe it wasn't all carpet. Here's the Carolina Crusher, Gary Porter, going against Fred Schaefer and Barefoot. Fred out of Pontoon Beach, Illinois. Now, he was the 1990 world champion, and he's doing his best to recapture that title in 1992. But when you're among the best, you have guys like this one to contend with. Gary Porter and the Carolina Crusher out of Wadesboro, North Carolina, who on any given day can turn it on and come up with a win. We're set to go side by side, Barefoot and Carolina Crusher. Green light, and Barefoot with the hole shot. They both slow down after the first set of cars, and it's anybody's guess. We'll have to check the ESPN cameras and wait for the U.S. Hot Rod Association to make a determination on that one. Carolina Crusher and Barefoot. There's Gary Porter. He backs off. They seem to be coming off that first set of cars with a problem in both lanes so far. This is Barefoot's run. Now, he pulled way over to the left, and he's still leaning to the left, tries to oversteer to the right, and he comes across. Ladies and gentlemen, they're announcing the winner. The winner on that one is Barefoot. Barefoot, the guy with the hole shot, was able to hold on. This is where Carolina Crusher starts to catch up. Barefoot turns it on now. And, ooh, just inches separate the two. The win to Fred Schaefer in the air and Barefoot.
So it looks like bad luck strikes two favorite trucks here in Anaheim. Bigfoot is gone. Taurus, a first-round loser, but the fast first-round loser. So Jackie Wellman gets to come back for round number 2. Matter of fact, we all do. Round 2 is coming up next on Monster Truck Challenge. Welcome back, everybody, to beautiful Anaheim, California. I'm Ken Broo, and this is Monster Truck Challenge. Bad luck for two trucks so far. Out is Bigfoot. Out with mechanical problems is Fred Schaefer and Barefoot. Will the bad luck continue as we head into round 2? Here's how it stacks up. Gravedigger, replacing Bigfoot, will be facing the Equalizer, hot off a win against 1991 champ Taurus. But Jackie Wellman isn't down for the count, as Taurus will come back as the fast loser and meet up against the Carolina Crusher, who is standing in for the broken Barefoot. Hey, whoever said monster truck racing was easy? This is tough stuff. Calling it's no trick either. Here's Joe Lowe.
Thanks, Ken. Here we go with our next matchup. I just can't believe the action we've seen already here today, and we're just in round number 2, our semifinals, with Equalizer, David Morris out of Springfield, Tennessee, going against Lyle Hancock and the Gravedigger. Now, Hancock, he seems to have lost reverse on the truck. They're having to back him up to get him staged. This does not look good for Gravedigger. David Morris, under his own power, gets staged. Both trucks are ready. They're on the line. Look for the green light. There they go. Gravedigger with a great hole shot. Equalizer comes from behind. I don't know where he got the horsepower for that, but David Morris had to go over that first set of cars before he got any speed out of it, and then, like a rocket, shot up ahead and defeated the Gravedigger. Can this guy drive or what? Where did he find it? Did he find 2 extra cylinders on the truck? I don't know what it is. But the equalizer and David Morris gets another win on Monster Truck Challenge. They're on the line. Gravedigger gets the hole shot. He's a full truck length ahead. And David Morris, the equalizer, comes over. All 4 tires planted, turns on the power, and sails in to our championship round. The equalizer defeats the Gravedigger in Anaheim. There's a problem with equalizer, though. David Morris is coming down to join the truck owner, Gary Cook, and now Mike Speller, the track official, says, do you want us to tow you out? And they're saying yes. This does not look good for equalizer. Our next matchup, Taurus and Carolina Crusher. Carolina Crusher, piloted by Gary Porter out of Wadesboro, North Carolina, goes up against the reigning world champion, Jackie Willman and Taurus. They're both set, they're both staged and waiting for the green light. It's showtime in Anaheim. And there's no doubt anybody's mind who won that one. Jack Willman and Taurus almost takes it out of the stadium, but he does take it to our championship heat here in Anaheim. An exciting run. He had some problems early on. He comes back, though, and has managed to master this track. Taurus, an impressive win over the Carolina Crusher. One more time, slow-mo, you can see from the very start, it was all Taurus. Down plants and goes, really opens up that lead. About a 2-truck length lead in the air for Jack Willman, the world champ with Taurus.
So what's happened here is that equalizer has fallen into the loser's curse. Bigfoot wins and then loses. Barefoot wins and then loses. And now it's equalizer's turn. We're ready for the finals in just a moment, when Gravedigger takes equalizer's place and moves into the finals against Taurus. All here from Anaheim, where monster truck racing is huge, in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to Monster Truck Challenge. I'm Ken Broo, and if you follow this sport, you know that this man may be the hottest driver on the circuit right now, the man who pilots the equalizer, David Morris. David, thank you for taking time to join us.
Thank you. It's so far this year, we've had a lot of good luck going for us. We've been running hard, running strong. We've been taking some wins.
David, how did you get started in this? I mean, I guess you didn't wake up one day and say, gee, I'd like to be a monster truck racer. Or did you?
No, not really. I started out with street trucks. I was a big street truck fanatic, lifting up 4-wheel drives, and I really liked the monster trucks because that was in the 4-wheel drive field. And I heard a close neighbor of mine was building a monster truck, so I went up to see what was going on, and he had it started, didn't have it finished, so I kind of built a fire under him and got him started on it, and we finished it, and ever since we've been doing real well with it, and we've had a lot of fun at it.
Where is home for you now? Where do you go when you're not on the road here racing?
That's Springfield, Tennessee.
Springfield, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Now, where's that close to? Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville? Where?
It's north of Nashville. It's almost in Kentucky. It's pretty close to the Kentucky-Tennessee line. It's a great little town.
Now, you probably don't spend a whole lot of time there because you invariably drive to wherever you go, and if an event, say, takes place on a Saturday, you're probably on the road Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, most of the time we're gone in the middle of the week. When we get home, there's usually something to do on a monster truck as far as maintenance, or if something's broke, it needs fixing, or anything on the monster truck. We usually spend the 2 or 3 days that we're at home working on it, and then we're back out on the road again.
bet you're a pretty big deal with the kids in Springfield, too. They all know you drive on the monster truck circuit?
Yeah, they get pretty excited sometimes.
Do they really? Now, tell me about the maintenance done on this truck. How often do you have it in the shop tweaking it? Between races, or do you let it go for a couple of weeks? When do you work on it?
The truck, when we're at an event, we'll go over the truck and look for anything that could be damaged after every run. And when we get the truck home, it comes out of the trailer every week, and we go over it and make sure that, or look for something. Sometimes there's something broken. You don't just see it at the event. You can find it at the shop.
David, we appreciate it. You're driving just super this year. Continued success, and I just look forward every week to seeing you.
Well, I look forward to each and every week of running.
Absolutely. David Morris of the Equalizer. Now stay with us, because Monster Truck Challenge will continue here on ESPN in just a second. Somebody once said it's better to be lucky than to be good, but it's best to be both. I mean, look at Gravedigger. Gravedigger struggles here today in Anaheim, but suddenly here we are in the championship round, and Lyle Hancock has got himself a shot at the title. And Taurus had a disastrous first round, but emerged as the fast loser. So now Taurus has a chance for that same prize. It's Taurus against the Gravedigger. Right now, for all the play-by-play, let's go to Joe Lowe. Joe?
Well, this track certainly has taken its toll on the competitors. Gravedigger and Lyle Hancock will face the Taurus in this final.
I gave it the best I could the round before. We heard the transmission, and I mean, I knew I had to get a jump on him to get out there even close to him, and I just didn't have enough to roll her out in the last gear. He beat me, and then at the end of the course, he broke his truck, so we're going to get one more chance to come back.
Well, now you say you broke a transmission on the run. Are you going to be able to make those repairs in time?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to run it a lot harder in first and second gear than I normally do. I kind of buzz the motor up. I've lost drive gear, so it kind of shortens me to make all the way to the end of the track.
Not very encouraging words from Lyle Hancock of the Gravedigger. But, you know, Jackie Willman has not been doing extremely well so far today. He's had a lot of handling problems.
I've not had a real good night. I come back as a fast loser, and then I got the jump on Carolina Crusher last run, and I'm just glad to be in the final.
Well, is it the track that's causing the problems for you?
Well, there's a little bit of the track, and I haven't driven this truck very much, and I'm just getting used to it and just trying to do my best.
So the question is, can Jack Willman hold on, or will the Gravedigger take it all in this devil track in Anaheim? The Gravedigger is staged. Taurus is staged. It's showtime! And Taurus with a whole shot and a half. The Gravedigger just can't catch up. And the win goes to Jackie Willman and Taurus. Everybody was having trouble here in Anaheim. We heard Lyle Hancock say he had transmission problems, but Jack Willman said, I can do it. That's why this guy is the world champion. He still has those maneuvering problems he suffered in that lane all day long, but he comes up with the win. An incredible day of racing in Anaheim. The Gravedigger taking his time on the start. He just didn't have that first gear. But, you know, he was the lesser injured of the two. David Morris, an Equalizer, could not even answer the call. At least the Gravedigger got out there. And he did have a pretty good run, but nothing compared to the incredible run that Jackie Willman was able to put down with the Taurus. One more time over the first set of cars, way before Digger can get rolling. And this is where Jack Willman won it, right on the hole shot. A tough break for Lyle Hancock. He does get runner-up money, and the points and the championship in Anaheim goes to Jackie Willman and Taurus.
I think both trucks are not running up to par, Gravedigger or mine. The transmission's out of them both, so it wasn't a real spectacular one, but we pulled it off.
Well, you said it was going to take a matter of just putting the throttle down on this thing, and, buddy, you did.
Yeah, I give it all it had, and I got a little bit squirrely in between the cars, but ended up pulling it off.
Well, it seems as though luck has run its course on Lyle Hancock. The Gravedigger handily defeated, and our champion here in Anaheim is Jackie Willman Jr. in Taurus. Congratulations to Jackie. And stay tuned, because when Monster Truck Challenge returns, oh, do we have a pleasant surprise for you. Welcome back, everybody, to Monster Truck Challenge. Now, when you go to see a monster truck show, one of the neat things is you get a little bit more than just the monster trucks. For example, here in Anaheim was a daredevil, a motorcycle daredevil by the name of Ernie Adams. Ernie jumped 10 monster trucks with his motorcycle. Don't take my word for it. Take the action, courtesy of our Joe Lowe.
Thank you, Ken. And before we go on, let me say right off that Ernie Adams is a stunt technologist out of the state of Tennessee. He works with a team that devises the stunts and then figures out not only the angle of the ramps before they construct them, but also the speed of the vehicle. They take his weight into consideration. A lot of stuff goes into this. Kids, this is not something this guy just comes out and does. A lot of work, a lot of time and effort go into this. He must attain a speed of 45 miles an hour to successfully jump the 10 monsters. And there you can see on his trial run a problem right away. Coming out of the tunnel onto the dirt, the tires go a little sideways. That is a problem. He stops. He'll talk to his stunt coordinator. Ernie's goal in life, to be the record holder for the most vehicles jumped, indoors or outdoors. Last minute check. This is going to be the run. Folks, don't take this time to leave. Stay glued to your sets, because what you're about to see has never, ever been done. Ernie Adams, the young stuntman out of Tennessee, set to go and jump 10 monster trucks here in Anaheim. He comes out of the tunnel. Here he comes. The crowd is waving him on. Up. Over. Woo! Into the boxes. They'll run over. Is he all right? Boxes flying everywhere. He's moving. He's fogged up. He takes the helmet off. And the crowd applauds as we view it one more time. 10 monster trucks in Anaheim. Ernie Adams. Ernie's standing by right now with our own Dan Danner.
An incredible jump, buddy. Over 10 monster trucks. First time down that ramp, though, was a wave off. What happened?
Well, when we're coming in, I'm coming through a gate outside. So you're watching the speedometer, and then when you get to the curve, I'm paying attention to Richard, and if he waves me off, it means I'm not going fast enough, so I don't even have to look at the speedometer. So that's why I went by. And the second one, it's getting ready to rain here. We wanted to get this thing done. We knew we set it up safe. However, I came up like 7 feet short. And when you hit the safety section, that's what catapulted me up. So I was lucky to even stay on the bike. But the boxes, hey, they work.
Hey, what a day, and only in Anaheim. You know, I think it goes to prove that just when it looks like luck is going against you, stick around, because in this sport, it can change like that. Thanks for watching. For Joe Lowe and for Jim Clark and the entire Monster Truck Challenge gang, I'm Ken Broo. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody.